Can you imagine? Approximately 5 lakh students failed in the SSC exam. What do you think? Why did they fail in SSC exam? And most of the students failed in English. Interesting. Am I right? So the passing rate is approximately, not approximately, the passing rate is 58.83%. And what is the failing rate? And that is 41.17%. Such a big percent. Can you believe it? So in this video, we will talk about, particularly English. Why do most of the students fear and at the same time fail in English? First of all, point number one is most of the students think that English is a subject. English is a subject, it's not a language. Even when I was teaching in a classroom today, I was teaching transformation of sentence. So whenever I asked a girl that what is the meaning of that, I wrote down a sentence, what is the meaning of that sentence? The girl answered, "Sir, I don't need to know the meaning of the sentence. I need to just, transform the sentence simple to complex or complex to compound." So I said, this is the mentality why you guys don't understand English. So this is the first and foremost reason. So we must accept that English is not a subject. English is a language. And we must understand language if we want to do better in our exam. So this is the first condition. The second condition is definitely, we are a nation who, that actually emphasizes on grammar. So we have to come out from the grammar based learning. So we always just, emphasize on grammar. So we don't like to read newspapers, we don't like to read books, particularly English books. We don't like to read first paper properly. So we always emphasize on English second paper. So grammar is just, I always say in the classroom, grammar is just 10% of English language. A student will never understand English better, without reading English, without listening English, without going through so many things. It's not about grammar. I don't deny that grammar is important, but we think grammar is the only thing that can, make me better at English, which is totally incorrect. So, and another thing is, most of the students don't like to study, and they always think that English is a subject that they should memorize, or that should be memorized. If I say it, that should be memorized. So that is, I would say, definitely incorrect or wrong notion. Whenever you can write something and you have the materials in you, you can write on any topic. So most of the students memorize it, and they try to, write from their memorization. So they can't do better whenever it comes to creative writing. And there are plenty of other reasons. For example, if I say, whenever I go to classroom, I see most of the students, are inattentive to their studies. So this is another reason. I should not, or I would not emphasize on just, only two or three factors. So students are inattentive. They don't like to study. So this is another reason. And whenever it comes to English, the students, don't like to read. So they don't have the reading habit. So that's why most of the students, do bad in English subject. So what can the students actually do whenever it comes to, do better in English? So first and foremost, they must, think English that it's not a subject, it's a language. So that is the first condition, that this is the language. I'm learning a language. I'm not, just, learning the subject and getting the higher marks in the exam. So that is the first and foremost. And second reason is, whenever you read something, it could be your first paper book, it could be newspaper, it could be any English book. Whenever you were listening, so that time actually you are going through so many vocabularies. So you are getting so many vocabularies. So automatically, naturally, you are getting so many vocabularies, and ultimately you will memorize those vocabulary. You don't need to emphasize on memorization. So vocab is important. Whenever you are reading, you will remember so many vocabularies. And third is, the students must build off reading habit. Reading habit is a must. And the next is, the students definitely each and every day should write something. So writing is very important. Should write something, anything, on any topic. Maybe he can write down about his day-to-day life. He may write down about a journey. He may write down about a visit. He may write down about a food. He may write down on anything. And the last but not the least, we need good English teachers. Good English teachers. And the guardian should aware of their students, that these are the weaknesses of my child. The guardian should emphasize on English. You understand? So if we can do these are the things, then I believe the students will definitely do better in their exam. So I want to say that English is a subject that we should not fear it. English is a subject that we should always enjoy the subject as a language, not as a subject. So that's it. I believe, these are the reasons that's why the students actually failed, mostly in English. And I already told how the students can improve whenever it comes to English language. So Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much.